Mean is the average of the set of numbers. So I'm going to give you guys a set of numbers and I want you to find the mean, otherwise known as the average. So we're writing this down in our notebooks. There's no other choice. You have to write this down right now. If we were in class, I would be walking around and like ensuring that you would all have your notes out and you're writing this down. So I can't see you, so you have to do it on your own right now. All right. Does anybody know the steps for finding mean? Some of you did this last year. So does anybody remember how do I find mean from 6th grade, maybe even 5th grade?
You add all the numbers and divide by how many numbers there are.
Very good, Daniel. So here are your steps. Step number 1, add all the numbers. That's the first step, is add all the numbers. Pretty easy step. Okay, number 2. What is it, Daniel, what was the second step again? You said it.
The number of numbers?
Yep. Divide by how many numbers you have. So if you added 5 numbers, you're going to divide by 5. If you added 3 numbers, you're going to divide by 3. If you added 4 numbers, you're going to divide by 4. So it's based on how many numbers you have. We're good? Okay, so let's try doing that. So if I have, let's do an example. Example 1. If I have the numbers 5, 6, 4, 2, and 3. Okay, everybody write these numbers down. And my first step is to add all the numbers. So go ahead and add up all these numbers. Give you guys a minute to do that. Add up all those numbers. Can someone tell me what do you get when you add up all these numbers?
20.
20. Oh, you both said at the same time. Fantastic. So we call that the sum. So the sum is 20. How did you guys get 20? That's when you added 5 plus 6 plus 4 plus 2 plus 3. When you add up all these numbers, we get 20, right? And that is called your sum. Okay? Am I done? No. We have to do now step 2, which is divide by how many numbers you have. So this is step 1. And now we're going to do step 2. Step 2, take your sum of 20 and we're going to divide it by how many numbers did we add? How many numbers did we add? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5.
So, and most of you should be able to do this in your head. What is 20 divided by 5?
4.
4. Right? Because that gives you 20, remainder 0. So the mean is equal to 4. That's your final answer. And that's it. So what's our first step? Add all the numbers. That's called your sum. What's the second step? Is to divide by how many numbers you have. We had 5 numbers, so we divided by 5, and our answer is 4. Any questions? Okay, let's try doing one more problem like this. So let's add 4, 8, 12, 6, 4. Let's do another 6 and a 12. Another 12. Ooh, more numbers. Okay, so the first thing I want you to do is to add all the numbers. So go ahead and add and tell me what the sum equals. So add them on the side. Some of you can probably add them in your head or take some shortcuts. That's fine. But we're adding all the numbers. Okay, who can tell me what do you get when you add up all the numbers?
48.
Yep, I got some people typing it in. I like it. I'm going to go with 48. 48, I like it. I even realized that someone's present in the class and I marked absent. So I'm glad you participate because one of the people that just typed in their answer right now, I marked them as absent. But since you wrote your answer in the chat box and I saw your name, I'm like, oops, I got to change the attendance. So make sure that you participate because if I ever mark you absent, I can go back and like, oh yeah, you're right. Look, you chatted with me. My mistake. But it's not my mistake. Okay, 48. Am I done? Nope. Step number 2. I got to take 48 and divide it by
6.
6. Okay. What's 48 divided by 6?
8.
8. 8. We agree with 8. Yep. 8. 8 times 6 is 48. 0, 0. So that means that our mean is equal to 8. Are we okay? So what's your first step? Your first step is to add all the numbers. Good. And then your second step is to divide. Divide by how many numbers you have. Okay? That's it. Now, I'm going to give you a really simple worksheet to do with a partner. And then we're going to come back and I'm going to give you the second part of the lesson.